This is not the internet. This is the metaverse. Hello, pioneers. Well, with all the interest we've been getting throughout the crypto community, with the launch of the IOUs on the exchanges and the new hackathon, I thought I'd good time to take a look at my pitch deck for Pi Metaverse. Since I've actually been getting quite a few inquiries about it, so let's take a look through and see what we can tell everyone that it could be a potential investor. So for those that aren't familiar with the Pi network, I've made up this list here. You can see obviously our best selling point is our 35 plus million pioneers. We build on the Stellar consensus protocol. The TPS is very, very high. And, we have a lot of good things that make us the perfect cryptocurrency, which is, equitable distribution, and, DEXs and all this type of thing. Now, this is an overview of the business model for a pitch deck, and it's a three-phase plan, So, we've obviously got a quick wins where we can, launch all our promotions and ghost ads, merchandising as well, and this all gives us a potential revenue stream from the very beginning. And then when we launch into doing all the individual enterprise applications, and then we can get more into the hardware side and and really flesh out the metaverse and show everyone what it's going to be. Now with phase one and the hiring of some staff, where we get concept artists and 3D modelers, we can start to flesh out promotional materials, and build up all the assets that we require for the metaverse. If you go onto YouTube and search for a user called Xanadu, you can see the type of quality that we're aiming for here. We're using the UE5 engine. We're not really going for that look of like Roblox or Minecraft or anything like that. This is the type of quality that we're trying to get here. Now, what we will be building won't be the same as what Xanadu does with his spaceship circling a planet. We'll be based on Earth, with our own homes and other modules that, flesh out the world basically. We're going to form a partnership with Xanadu, hopefully, and, this way we can produce promotional content, on YouTube. And, basically we can show everyone what the metaverse is, but while we're building it. We also can bring in my ghost ads, which is a way of advertising, and, we know advertising is a great revenue stream. We can bring that in without being intrusive to all the content. And and you can do merchandising very easily too in phase one, so we might as well build that up as well, because it requires minimal staff to do that type of thing. In phase two is where we start to ramp up all the application side and all the modules, because we can now onboard a lot more staff. It's important to note here too that we're going to be having tokens with this project as well once we get the minting function on Pi network. So we can either have tokens for every individual application, or we can just use the same token for one, which will increase the value of each one. If you look at the main diagram there, you can see what the metaverse actually will look like, with the applications, floating in space there. So it's all got that really nice 3D effect. These are the applications that we're going to be developing on in the metaverse. So I've got Maroon Lounge, which is a personal inventory. Got Pi Exchange, which is a peer-to-peer exchange. Soothsayer is an oracle. Blockchain media, where we do a media platform. And of course, AI is one of the key components here. I don't actually discuss a lot of my AI because I like to keep that close to my chest, so people can't poach all the good ideas there. Social Fi, is another great one that we can introduce in. There's a lot of great applications that we can do in this in the metaverse here. Also, too, we're going to be having different modules, which we're going to discuss in phase 3, which is, it basically makes the metaverse endless. Now we go into phase 3 and we start to introduce some hardware like SimPit technologies, where we can use all our hand gestures and things like that to navigate the metaverse, and this negates the need for any VR goggles or anything like that. It's important to note too that, currently our technology-wise, we've got AR and VR and all that, and they have their own little problems. But where we're going to in the future, and as early as 2025 you'll start to see this, is you see down in the bottom right-hand corner there, we're just going to be having glasses, and then very small, tiny glasses that we can just put on our faces to navigate the metaverse. With the SimPit technologies, in the interim, this is great for enterprise, for corporates, for industry and all that, so they can, navigate their techos and all that. And don't forget, we've got a lot of robotics and AI to come into this space, and these will be great controllers. I've talked about modules, we're going to have all these plugins for the metaverse, so we'll have different home pages, things like, virtual train sets and everything. Shopping experience, it's great. You can go through the shopping mall. You can either have a lot of people in there or you can shop alone. All the shops themselves, you go inside, they're not limited by a space. They can be infinite in size. And of course, time travel, this is one of the most exciting things that I'm developing, and this is great for history, education purposes, and it goes straight through all the school system, right up to the university level. And this here too, you can see in your home page, which is essentially your own home, your favorites and things can be things like virtual screens on the walls and stuff, so, and you can see there, there's a multitude of modules that we can have in the metaverse. Now the whole point of this pitch deck is, trying to raise funds through some investments. This is the breakdown of the funding that I'm looking for. I'm hoping to get between $1 and $5 million. Obviously, the sweet spots, somewhere between 3 and 5. That's a really good way to be. There's some equity return there, and that's if you're interested in investing, send me a DM. I'm on IQ_Metaverse on all social media. There's links in the description as well, and we can get things going. This is the initial staff. This is like the bare bones of staff that we would need. Obviously, the more investment, the more that more multiples of this we can ramp up to, make the development go quicker. Now, obviously, come March 14 for Pi Day, and we get open mainnet, there's a high possibility that hopefully I can fund myself as well. So if I do fund myself, this is more the team that I'm going to be building. So that's it for the video. Like I said, it's just a walk through the pitch deck, hoping that, some investors out there like what they see and they can see the returns on, on the metaverse. Obviously, I've said before, Everdome, they had a market cap of $8 billion at one stage, so with all the people that we've got on Pi Network, we've got a large user base that we can tap into. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later.